there and watching my lecture. I'm Mrs. Deepika. I'm happily welcoming you all on Pritya Classroom. We are seeing Aptitude series. As a continuation to the previous lectures, we are about to see example problems on HCF and LCM. Are you all ready to learn? Good. Let's begin solving the example problems. This is our very first question. Reduce 391 whole divided by 667 to lowest terms. Okay, we have to reduce this number as much as low as possible. Okay, for reducing, why you need to find the HCF of these two numbers? Okay, let me quickly explain that. Okay, 1 minute. Here, what is HCF? HCF is a common factor, highest common factor of 2 or 3 numbers or more numbers. Okay. Say for example, if we take 64, 12 and what is the HCF of 64, 12, which will be nothing but the very highest common factor that is common to both these 64 and 12, right? Okay. Say suppose if we want to reduce 64 whole divided by 12 to the lowest term, what we have to do? We have to divide both the numbers by the number which are in common, right? Say for example, here 2 is common to both the numbers. So we can write here 32 by 6, 32 by 6. Again, if we divide by 2, we will get 16 by 3. Okay. Now 64 by 2 is reduced to 16 by 3 after 2 steps, right? Okay. In order to reduce this 2 step to 1 step, we are taking HCF in our hands. Because when we take a 64 HCF of 64, 12, we will get HCF as 4 only. Okay. So, if we know HCF of 64, 12 is 64, 12 is 4, then it will be much more easier for us to divide or reduce 64 by 12 into smaller terms. As we know, highest common factor is 4. We should divide 64 by 4 as well as we should divide 12 by 4, which is nothing but 16 divided by 3. Yes, we have got these numbers easily, right? We have taken here 64, 12. These are little bigger numbers. So we got the reduced term in 2 steps, even if we don't know what is HCF. But in our question, it is we are asked to find 391 whole divided by 667, right? So these two numbers are very bigger in size. So it will take so much time for us to find what are the factors, and then we have to reduce it to small terms, right? In order to reduce these steps, we are taking HCF into our hands. So first of all, we are going to find what's the HCF of 391 and 667. Okay, are you all ready to find the HCF? Good. Come on, let's find what is the HCF of 391 and 667 together. 667 is divided by 397. Okay, here we are using division method. Bigger number is divided by the smaller number. We are getting remainder as 276. Then what happens? We will divide the divisor by the remainder. On doing this, we are getting 115. Again, we are going to divide 276 whole divided by 115. We are getting 46 as remainder. So repeat the process. Divide the divisor 115 by the remainder 46. We are getting 23 remainder. So repeat the process. Divide 46 divided by 23, and here we are getting 0. What does it mean? The process stops here. Yes, when we get the remainder as 0 in the division procedure of HCF, what it means? in the last division, we have used some divisor that is nothing but the HCF of two numbers. Therefore, we have successfully found the HCF of 391,667 as 23. In other terms, we can say that we have found the highest common factor or a number which will divide both the numbers exactly, right? The highest number which divides both 391 and 667 exactly is nothing but 23. Okay, next step, what we have to do? We have to divide both 397 and 667 by 23. Then we will get 17 by 29. So we have successfully found what is the lowest term. We have reduced 391 by 667 to 17 by 29, right? Okay, let me quickly list out what is the procedure. In case if we are provided with some bigger numbers or fraction or something and we are asked to reduce it to very lowest term, what we have to do as a very first step, find the HCF of both the numerator and denominator, and second step, divide both numerator and denominator with HCF. With found HCF, definitely HCF will exactly divide both the numerator and denominator. In such a way, we will get the answer as lowest term. Okay, good. Let's move on to the second problem. It is interesting, right? Good. Let's all read the second question. If the HCF and LCM of two numbers are 11 and 693 respectively, and one of the number is 77, then the number is what? Okay, we are provided with HCF and LCM as well as we are provided with one of the numbers and we are asked to find the second number. Say suppose we have, let the two numbers be A and B, then the product of A and B will be equal to, good, you all remember? Very good. The product of two numbers is nothing but the product of HCF and LCM of those two numbers. Okay, we are going to implement this property in this problem. So what you will get? The product of two numbers is equal to 77 into, let's assume the unknown number as x, which is equal to the product of HCF and LCM. On solving this equation, what you will get? Here, let's bring the known values to right hand side so that we will get 693 into 11 whole divided by 77, 7 times 99. So the value of x is 99. Okay, we have successfully learned how to implement the property, that is the product of two numbers is equal to the product of HCF and LCM of the two numbers in question. Okay, good. Let's move on to the third problem. Find the least number exactly divisible by 12, 15, 20 and 27. Okay, we have to find the least number which is getting exactly divided by these four numbers. Okay, right. Okay, what is this property? Or can you notice it is the definition of something? Good, LCM, right? LCM is nothing but the process of finding the least number which exactly gets divided by the given numbers, or in other terms, the least number which gets exactly divisible by all the given numbers. Okay, so in other terms, we are going to find the LCM of 12, 15, 20, 27. Okay, we are using this method. In this method, division method, in division method, what we have to do? We have to write all the given numbers in a row. Then what we have to do? We have to find some number which is dividing at least two of the given numbers. Okay, 2 will divide 12 and 20. So we are dividing the whole row by 2. In case, see here, 12 is divisible by 2. Quotient is written as 6 here, while 15 is not divisible. So in case the number is not exactly divisible by the chosen number, what we have to do? We have to carry forward that number to the next row. So we are carry forwarding 15. 20 is divisible. 10 is the quotient. 27, it is not divisible. So we are carry forwarding. Again, in this row, 6, 15, 27. These three numbers are divisible by 3. So we are dividing by 3. And we'll get this row as 2, 5, 10. We are taking 10 as such because whenever the number is not divisible by the chosen number, we have to carry forward the number to the next row. Good. Next, if we observe this row, 2 and 10 are divisible by 2. So we are going to divide the whole row by 2. Then we will get like this. And here we can divide these two numbers by 5. So that we are getting like this, right? In this row we have 9. But then we don't have any two numbers in common that will be divisible by one number. Any two numbers do not have a common factor to get exactly divided by some other number, right? So we are stopping at this stage. What is LCM? LCM is nothing but the product of these numbers, right? Okay, 2 into 3 into 2 into 5 into 9. Okay, 2 into 3 is 6, 2 into 5 10, 9, 6 into 10 16. We know 6 into 9 is 54, 540. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next problem. Find the largest number which divides 4665, 1305 and 605 exactly. Okay, this problem specially I want to illustrate. Why? Because this is very different, right? Largest number which divides all the three numbers exactly. Okay, so in case a problem is asked like this, what we have to do? We have to find the difference of all the three numbers. I mean, we have to club two numbers and we have to find the difference. Say for example, we have to find the difference of first two numbers, then find the difference of second and third number, find the difference of first and third number. Okay, here is the difference. We are going to find the HCF of all the three numbers, which is nothing but the largest number which divides all the three exactly. Okay, so let me tell you one more time clearly. If we are asked to find the largest number which divides all the three exactly, what we have to do? We are going to find the HCF of difference between two numbers. Taking two at a time, we have to find the difference. Then we are going to find the HCF of that difference, which is nothing but the largest number which divides them exactly. Okay. Here we have three numbers, 4665, 1305 and 6905. Finding the difference of these two, we are getting 3360. Second and third number 2240. First and third number 5600. Okay, now we are going to find the HCF of these three numbers. Are you all ready? Good. HCF of three numbers is nothing but HCF of first two numbers, then HCF of found HCF and this number, right? Okay. Let's find the HCF of 3360 and 2240. Okay. Here 10 is common to three numbers, so we are taking 10 outside. So we will get 336, 224 and 560. Let's do with this factorization method. 336 we can write as 3 into 4 into 4 into 7. 224, 2 into 4 into 4 into 7. 560, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5. Okay. If we can write like this, right? Okay. 3360 can be written like 10 into 3 into 2 to the power 4 into 7. Similarly, we can write these three terms, right? Okay. Now we have to find the HCF. For finding HCF, what we have to take? HCF is nothing but least common prime factor, right? Okay. Here taking 10. All the powers are same, so we are going to take 10 only. If we consider 2, here the power is 4, here the power is 5, here the power is 4. What is the least power? 4. Good. Then, if we take 3, here 3 is not a common factor because 2240 is not divisible by 3, 5600 is not divisible by 3. If we take 7, 1, 7 to the power 1. Here we are not considering 5. Why? Good, because 5 is not a factor of 5600 only. It is not a factor of 33360 or 2250, right? Okay, we are taking 10 into 2 to the power 4 into 7. Which is nothing but the HCF 1120. Okay, let me tell you one more time. If we are asked to find the large number which divides the three numbers in exactly, then what we have to do? We have to find the difference of first and second number, second and third number, and third and first number. And we are going to find the HCF of these three differences, which is nothing but the largest number which divides all the three numbers exactly. Okay, clear? Good. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, this is the answer. Find the greatest number which can divide 1356, 1868 and 2764, leaving the same remainder 12. Okay. In the previous problem, we have seen the similar question, but in that case we are having a remainder as 0. I mean, it is exactly getting divided, right? We have found the largest number which exactly divides all the three numbers. What is the procedure for that? We have to find the difference between first and second, second and third, and first and second, right? Okay. In case we are asked to find some number which divides all the three numbers, leaving some remainder like this, say for example 12 in our case. If we have a question like this, what we have to do? We have to find the difference between the given number and the remainder. Okay. First number minus the remainder 12. Second number minus 12. Third number minus 12. So we will get like this, right? Now we have to find the HCF of these three numbers, which is nothing but the greatest number which can divide all the three numbers. Okay. HCF of these three numbers is nothing but HCF of first two number, then the HCF of first two number and the HCF of three numbers is given by the HCF of first two numbers, comma 2752, that is the third number. Okay. First step, we have to find the HCF of 1344 and 1856, right? Okay, for that what we have to do? Divide the larger number by the smaller number, getting remainder. What you have to do? Divide the divisor by remainder, getting remainder. Repeat the process. Divide the divisor by remainder, getting remainder. Repeat the process. Divide the divisor by remainder, getting remainder. Repeat the process. Divide the divisor by the remainder, getting remainder again. Good, very good. You have to repeat the process, right? Okay. Divide the divisor by remainder. Okay, now we have successfully got remainder as 0. It means we are going to stop the process, and we have found the HCF. HCF is nothing but the divisor, last divisor. Last divisor here is 64. So we have found now 64. Then the next step, what we have to find? We have to find the HCF of 64 and 2752. Okay. Now divide the larger number by the smaller number. Exactly 0. So what does it mean? HCF is 64 because while getting remainder as 0, divisor is 64. So HCF is nothing but 64. So the HCF of all the three numbers is, all the three numbers means what are the numbers? Given numbers minus 12. Okay. The HCF of the difference of the given number and the remainder is nothing but the greatest number which can divide the given numbers, leaving the given remainder. Okay. Here the answer is 64. Okay. Let me quickly summarize clearly. If we are asked to find the greatest number which exactly divides all the three numbers, what you have to do? The very first step, find the difference between first number and second number and third number, and third number and first number. Second step, find the HCF of all the three numbers or all the three differences, which is nothing but the greatest number which is going to divide all the three numbers exactly. Good. Second, in this example problem, what we have seen, if we have, in the question, it is been asked to find the greatest number which divides all the three numbers, leaving the same remainder. Then what we have to do? Very first step, find the difference between first number and the remainder, second number and the remainder, and the difference between the third number and the remainder. Second step, find the HCF of all the three differences. Third step, HCF is nothing but the greatest number which is dividing all the given numbers, leaving the given remainder. Okay, are you all clear? Are you all getting? Good. If you have any doubt, please feel free to comment in the box or mail me at prithyaclassroom@gmail.com. Okay, I'll clear your doubts. Okay, good. Here is a challenge problem for you. I know my students are very clever students, and I believe that you will solve this challenge problem very easily. Okay, let me read the question for you. Three numbers which are co-prime to each other are such that the product of first two is 551 and the product of last two is 1073. Find the sum of three numbers. Okay, let me quickly tell you what is given in the question. Okay, here it is given three numbers which are co-prime to each other. Hope you know the property for co-prime. If the two numbers are said to be co-prime, then what does their HCF is equal to? I'll not say, I hope you know. If not, please revise the HCF and LCM concepts. Okay. Then we have also given that the product of first two is 551. Say for example, if ABC are the two numbers, we are provided with AB is equal to 551 and the product of last two BC is given by 1073. We have to find the sum of the three numbers A plus B plus C. Okay. Hope using these equations and the property, you will solve this problem with very easily. Okay. Let me solve this problem in the next class. That's all for the today's class. Hope you all enjoyed the today's class. In today's class, we have seen some tricky problems. Okay, I know it will be little tough for understanding, but then it is very important for me to solve the difficult problems so that you will solve all kinds of problems given in your question paper. Okay, let me see you in the next class with more gift. Yes, I'm going to give the practice problems in the next lecture. See you in the next class. If you have any comments, please comment below on my teaching method, and if you find this video is useful, please consider subscribing the channel and share to the one in need of it. Thank you.